Leave it to the women of The View to identify the worst part of Balenciaga's child porn referencing, little kid featuring BDSM photo spread that the luxury fashion house published last week. According to Alyssa Griffin, who is supposedly the Republican on that show, the worst part of the fashion line's depiction of a frowning little girl holding a teddy bear in S&M gear, featured along with a handbag ad highlighting a major Supreme Court decision on child pornography. The worst part, of course, is that it gave those mean, nasty conservatives an opportunity to pounce.
What's going on here?
I found this ad campaign particularly distasteful in this moment. So there's growing anti-LGBTQ sentiment right now, and how it's being framed is as portraying, trans people as groomers. This is a term you'll hear on the far right. They're groomers. This is where you get the anti-drag queen stuff that we're seeing. So Balenciaga played right into their hands by having kids in a sexualized manner carrying something that represents, sex acts. I think it was a really bad misstep at a moment where it's just kind of a dangerous time to even give credence to those kind of insane takes.
Yeah, we can't even show the picture because it's so distasteful.
Damn you, Balenciaga. Your portrayal of, quote, kids in a sexualized manner carrying something that represents sex acts, her words, not mine, is playing directly into the far right's hands. What a misstep. Now we're going to have to hear more of those insane right-wing takes that just so happen to accurately describe what powerful people are doing before our very eyes. That reaction from The View, it tickled me so much that the problem with the Balenciaga kiddie porn campaign is just how the Republicans will react. Oh, you gave those Republicans an opportunity. It reminded me of this Norm Macdonald joke. I actually think that The View, which is perfect because Norm had this sort of long and troubled history with The View, with the show, and they were enacting this Norm Macdonald joke where Norm, one time, he was describing the real problem if terrorists were able to get a dirty bomb and kill millions of people.
I can't say my friend's name, but he said his biggest fear is that ISIS or some terrorist group like that would get a hold of a dirty bomb and explode it over a major city within the United States. Mm-hmm. And kill tens of millions of people. Because then the blowback against innocent Muslims would be absolutely terrible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's horrific.
That's true.
All right, let's do some jokes.
I just love Norm's guest there. She doesn't quite seem to, she just agrees. She goes, yes, yeah, no, that would be, yeah, like if these terrorists killed tens of millions of people, that the worst part would be the blowback, the Islamophobia. The worst part of the child porn campaign from the high-end luxury fashion house is, of course, the blowback that we see from those Republicans, right? No, I think the worst part, call me crazy, I think the worst part of the weird child porn campaign from Balenciaga is the weird child porn stuff. And I don't think I'm even using that word hyperbolically. It's the children are clothed, at least. That's good. But they're there frowning, holding the weird S&M teddy bear. And then in the associated, it was a separate ad campaign, but it was still being featured by Balenciaga at the same time. You see a reference to a Supreme Court case about child pornography. The odds of this happening, coincidentally, are zero. Okay? I think that's the worst part. I think the Republican reaction, pretty good, actually. I'm pretty glad there's a Republican reaction to call attention to this sick stuff. It's not a nothing burger. The libs are going to try to say, oh, no, it's nothing. Oh, come on, you conspiracy theorists, you're overreacting. I don't think so. Look at the reaction from Balenciaga.